Welcome to the Kenya humanitarian demining stand. My name is Colonel Rob Andrew. I'm in charge of the British Peace Support Team Eastern Africa. It's a small British military team based in Karen, Nairobi, charged with providing advice and assistance to armed forces within the region, principally Eastern Africa, the Horn of Africa, the Great Lakes region, and Mauritius and Seychelles in the Indian Ocean. The British military and the Kenyan armed forces have a long-standing historical tie, and there is considerable interaction and cooperation between the two. The UK greatly values the contribution that the Kenyan military make, especially in the field of international peacekeeping. Kenya has a wealth of peacekeeping experiences and today is the 6th largest troop contributing nation to UN operations, with major deployments in Eritrea and Sierra Leone at present. That is something that all Kenyans can rightly be proud of. My team is mandated to help the Kenyan Armed Forces to develop the skills and doctrines necessary to cope with the surge of new and more complex peacekeeping missions. Our program is extensive. This year we have been working with Kenyan Army commanders at various levels, Kenyan infantry companies, and Kenyan logistics and ammunition management officers. We have also been providing support and assistance to the Defence Staff College and the Peace Support Training Centre at Westwood Park. With regard to the latter, I should highlight two key projects: the lecture theatre, built in 2002, and a new 50-bed accommodation unit, which will be completed in early 2004. Both these buildings considerably enhance the Peace Support Training Centre's facilities, increasing its capacity to deliver more trained peacekeepers to where they are most needed. These two projects were funded exclusively by the UK and managed by my team. Kenya's deployment of a battalion to Eritrea in 2000 saw the requirement for more than just traditional infantry-heavy peacekeeping units. In this unique interstate war, both the Eritrean and Ethiopians relied extensively on the use of protected minefields to bolster their defences, some of which were over 30 kilometres long and strewn with anti-personnel and anti-tank mines. Numerous soldiers died attempting to breach these defensive mined areas. Since the ceasefire in 2000 and the subsequent separation of the two forces, it's no longer soldiers who are falling victim to these mines. Civilians returning to their homes, attempting to rebuild their lives and to cultivate or to graze cattle on the land are now vulnerable to this menace. Many have either been killed or severely maimed. The United Nations Mine Action Service, who has surveyed the problem in Eritrea, believes that it will take over 30 years to clear all the minefields from this small part of Africa to enable civilians to use the land. Military engineers have a capability to breach and to sow minefields. However, few are trained to clear mined land in order to return it to the people it originally belonged to. The UK decided in late 2001 to help the Kenyan Army to develop a humanitarian demining capability. The first phase was delivered in 2002 at a cost to the UK of £500,000, of which half of this sum of money was spent on the equipment. This produced a trained troop of 40 Kenyan engineers who subsequently deployed to Eritrea for high-risk mine clearance operations. Earlier this year, we trained and equipped a second contingent. This time we worked with a squadron of 120 under command of Major Sami Kau. Next year, we are gearing up to train a third contingent, but this time the UK training team will be smaller and Captain Wasomi and some of his experienced NCOs will assist to train this third unit. From the United Kingdom's perspective, this has been a most worthwhile project. The first troop was an outstanding success. It was the only high-risk demining unit available to the UN for operations in Eritrea, and has started to make inroads into one of the most deadly minefields close to the strategic port of Assab. Captain Wasomi received a rare Force Commander's Commendation for his work, an honour indeed for Kenya. At this stand in the U-Kenya exhibition, you will have a good opportunity to see one aspect of cooperation between the Kenyan armed forces and the British military. You will also have the opportunity to meet members of my team, as well as to talk to Captain Wasomi and some experienced Kenyan humanitarian deminers. Kenya now has a valuable asset. We believe that Kenya is the only military with this humanitarian capability. We now need to capitalise on this unique but much needed skill. We, the United Kingdom, intend to continue to assist in the further development of this capability and are now looking to build an international mine action training centre to utilise the expertise of Kenyan humanitarian deminers in order to build the capacity to clear other mine affected areas in Africa.